shadows fair and bright, don't stay out through the night. New to this world you were brought, whilst warriors' glory you sought. In forests dark and wild, the ore and cores you find. A trader sells you goods for gold, until the wooden head you hold. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. A place to live and thrive, a bed and hearth you built. And should you fall, you will arrive at home with skill upon skills. Through slush and slog you wander, the undead bar your way. With toil and burden banter, you'll find what points your way. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. Steep and frosty mountains, where wolves howl and dwell. Another rains both sky and land, tears will help you stand. In heated sunburned landscapes, the laughing goblins live. The furry oxen can't escape, and a torn soul rest you give. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. Misty glades and valleys deep, the mighty Jarls reside. The Thurgood there have lost their homes to the minions of the Queen of Pride. The journey goes on to where we don't know. Oh Father, can you see me fight on? Will the journey end with the last demon slain, or will we be sailing again? To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken.
Good evening, everybody. Here we are again. We go for our no map run with Maigo, and I'm gonna start the game, and we're gonna switch over to the stream. We defeated Bone Mass in the last episode, and in this episode we have to find some mountains, and I'm not sure how that will go. We have no real mountain on the map except that little bit around where Haldor is. And we have to find more. So we have to have Maigo. And we have to have Maigo's world. Gonna start that. We did a little bit of mountaineering and we got a little bit of silver. We found 2 silver veins and did some smeltering already, so we should have a little bit of silver here. We got the drake helmet and the wolf fur cape, so we don't have to freeze to death in the mountains, so that is good. And we're gonna start by sleeping. And have a look at the map, because I'm not quite sure after 1 week where we stand. You know me, forgetful gamer that I am. So we did a little bit of exploring around that bit of mountain here, not completely. We have to go look and see about that second vein of silver. I'm not quite sure we managed to get it all. And then we have to find more mountains. We have not looked on that, but I don't think really there is mountain here. That is the starter island. I don't think there is much mountain up here, probably, because we have not seen any. So we're gonna have to try and see what we can do there. Where is my food? Food is in here, so we're gonna get the good food. We have not found... Oh, we have not made onion soup because the turnip soup is still there. We started to be doing some decorating here on the portal house for the swamp, and this is the portal house for the mountains. What is this? This is the witch portal, and that one is Surtling 2 and that. And in here there is the number 3 portal. I don't know why that is in there, but there might be a reason. Let's pick up all of that and start another round of smeltering, because that needs to be done. We start 1 each morning and 1 each evening. That is 6 loads a day, which equals to 60 bars of metal. There we go. So there we got that. I think we are out of coal here. Well, that is not a lot, and that is only 1 silver vein in here, so we have to go over and see about the second silver vein. We already did hack at it a little bit, but we got disturbed by quite some golem action going on here. Yeah, and down there is a portal. That is the number 3, I think, down there. I'm not quite sure. Let me try and find that out. It's the number 2. I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna take that one and put it over in on the other side. Don't know why we have 2 portals here. Not quite sure about that. Boom. Gonna see if we can put that up down here. So that is the number 2. We will have to remove it to pop all of that, but for now I think we're gonna start by hacking at that silver vein a little bit more. I think we can get away with only 2 silver veins. Eventually, there is not that much stuff we want to make out of silver. But I sure can use all of that stone that we gain. And I do hope the game has calmed down a little bit with all of those stone golems. I have been slaying stone golems around here for the last episode quite a bit. I'll get that a little further. We should bring probably the bonfire over a little closer too. It would make things a little bit easier, probably. And we need to have probably some means of getting up there, because that is pretty bad without having stepstones there. That is not a lot of wood. Need a little bit more wood here. I can hear some... Look! Who stood up there? And now we have a Drake coming in here too, and a wolf. Everything about me here. Let me see if we can hook that one up with the Drake. Might see if there is more wolves around here first before I engage with that stone golem. Can't hear any more wolf noises. So you decided I was the easier prey. Okay. Now let's do the stone golem, because no help. What you doing up there, guy? Can you come down here, please? Because that is a stupid place to fight you. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna have a lot of glass windows here. Okay, that's that. Something destroyed something here. The Firehazard's got my workbench. Ah! Okay, we have to be a little bit more careful then with where we do place that fire. Can't have it too close there. Oops. Where did that go? This is a very lively environment here. Oh, maybe that is a little bit too close here. Especially I don't want my portal burning down, because that would be quite fatal. So let's put the portal somewhere over here for now. And the furniture, we need more wood to light that fire. I sure hope we don't get like another stone golem every 6 minutes here, because that is kinda a lot of time spent trying to kill golems. So let's get some stepstones in here. So it's easier to get in and out of that. We have to remove them to pop the silver vein, but that will make things a lot easier for me to get around here while I'm working on this. Where does the number 3 portal lead to, if that is the number 2? And I thought it was the number 3, but it is the number 2. So I don't know where that number 3 portal leads to. I have to go investigate that. More stone, more obsidian. I should go a little low on the stem here. In case of emergency, you want to have some stamina left. Well, I say that, but I know I get carried away by hacking on that stuff, and then just go hack, 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 and have no stamina left. I can hear wolves. That should be good. Ooh, that is a little bit dangerous here. And I can't go any deeper. That is the maximum digging depth we have here. It should be okay though. Maybe a little more on this side here. Not have that wall stick into the hitbox. Something like that. That seems to be okay. Okay, let's remove that. And all of those boards here and hope for the best. Yep. Let's see how far we get with this. Wrong. Need that one. Boom goes the silver vein. Nice. We do have some visitors up there. Rather have stepping stones to get up there. No room in inventory. We have too much stuff in our pockets. I can hear a wolf. Where is that wolf guy? It is hacking at something over there. Now it fell into our pit here too. That is exceptionally stupid here. Because I cannot hit that guy. And he is right below me. Okay. More wolf stuff. Hep, hep, hep. So, okay, we can get that down there because we need to collect all of that. And craft the number 2 portal here. Where is the fine wood? Oh, that is the fine wood. And we have got a not so fancy. Where is that one? This is annoying. Number 2? Nah. 2, not 3. I think we have to get up there to get that out of the way. Okay, what have we here? Things getting destroyed here all over the place. So we have a box. Ooh, another Drake trophy. Not bad. Gonna collect what we can here into the box. That is a lot of silver ore. I got too many stones there. Maybe like that. Here's another one. So we want to get the silver home first. Can come back for the stone later. I think that's okay for now. Let's get that home real quick. And then we're gonna go and get the other stuff too. We are on this side of the island. Okay. That's gonna be some walking around. That's a lot of silver. It should deposit a card there, so we can load it into a card. But, eh. Okay, that all of that. We don't... Ugh, come on. Let's drop that off here real quick. Can sort that later. The wood needs to stay over there for the bonfire. And get all of that stuff home. Boom, boom. And then another day is done. Days go so fast. Maybe it's quicker to walk through the house. Let me try that. And there is some kind of place where we deposited all of the stone. Just gonna put it in a pile. There is some stone piles next to our new build houses. I'm gonna just put them here for now. There we go. So that is that. So what have we here? Some of that and some of that. That here actually is full. We have to do some warehouse things, I think. That one is full too. And the trophies... Oh, we put the trophies up here. Look, where is mountains? Oh, there. Okay, that. And then the seeds go in here. Learning where I put my stuff again. The stones need to go outside. Those are way... Oh, there is a lot of coal in here. Like, we don't need all of that coal in here. We need that outside. And some meat. Can actually feed the smelters. Getting dark here real quick. Okay, I think with that we are pretty good on the silver. We have not made Frostna yet. That will take a lot of silver. And I want a Draugr Fang Spear, and I want the silver shield, of course. Stupid, that one needs to go over there. There we... Hello? Can I... Thank you. Okay, that is that. And then we need some bronze nails to make some item stands here. And we do need more wood to finish the roof. And item stands here. We're gonna put some eggs here. I think we're gonna pilfer the eggs that are next to our empty silver holes. And put them on item stands there. While we are here. Okay, oh, we already have. Look. So where did we put the bronze nails? Big question. There is there. And fine wood. Where is the fine wood? There. That is plenty. So we want 2 of those. One here. and one here. And then we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh, not quite sure how many we have there. That is 6 trophies, so we have 5 inside and 1 on top. Oh, we can change that later. And same goes here. 1. Oh yeah, we are out of bronze nails here. We are going to have to go and do some wood cutting, probably. No, this is looking pretty good. Where is all of the... Man, I did rearrange things here and now I'm looking for stuff to... Okay, we need to finish that here. And on the back side. No, because that is... We started finishing that here and there. And we have to get that in here. Something like that. And one of those big crosses up here. Good. That's the exterior, and then we do something similar on this side. Here and there. And... Oh, not quite sure how to do that. Here. And there. And cross. Where is bottom one? Oh, the other side. That. And that. And that. And then we just tuck that underneath here, I think. Yep. And then the same on that side here. Ah, that is gonna be not so easy. We need that here so we can have a snapping point here. And the same thing on this side. Snapping point. There. Wrong one. Need the big one. Okay, so that is that. And then we have those 2 very heavy eggs. Oh, we need to eat something. Dum-ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum. This is gonna roll away. Ah, it's working, okay. So the one goes here, and the other goes here. It's pink, it's glowing, I like it. Cool. So if that is number 3 is linked to nowhere, number 2 is the one we have in the swamp. And I think we're gonna rename that one here for number 1. So because that is a meadow and forest location, and that is the witch, and that one is circling too. So we're gonna put witch in here and move that out of the way so that we don't stumble in there accidentally. And that can be our number 3 for the future. Yeah, I think that is better. Can move that out of the way. Don't stumble across that thing. Okay, so we finished that. I have a lot of wood in my pocket still from a building. Can I make it? Is that close enough? Nah. What a pity. Maybe would leave that here. That is surely not enough to feed 3 kilns. We need to go to the circling portal and get us some more coal. I think we're gonna do that. Visit the circling 1 and the circling 2. Get all of the coal over here so we can keep smeltering stuff down here. Good. So we do need coal also for the tags, for the info signs. Circling 2. That is a little bit of walking, but we do need the coal. And it doesn't hurt to have some circling cores either. We will probably have more circling cores than we ever want. So that is that one. That's 45, and then there is one of those guys. We're gonna swing by circling 1. We just drop that coal off so we can carry more. And the circling cores are heavy too. One, two. It's 2 Surtling spawners in either location. That is not a great lot, but it's not bad either. Is that another A-bomb? I'm not keen on that either. That one can live there for a little bit longer until we come back and have more time. What is all that about here? That is a lot of ancient bark here. Does that thing insist on play with me? Really? Come a little bit closer then. Cannot hit that thing. This is bonkers. Okay, now everything is broken here. Just a quick trip to the Surtling spawners. Yes, thank you. So that is that. And that is that. I could probably want the blood sacks here. And more bones. Okay, now we good. Everything is in order. We go home. Okay, what have we here? Well, that's 57. That is good. Gonna put stuff in here. And 40, we do need some for the signs. There we go. So something else here we need to bring that back in. Oh. Gonna have signs on the portal houses. Mark down the locations so we don't forget. Silver. A lot more Surtlings. And we are over the top with that. That. And that. And some guk. Where's the guk? And some roots. Is there no roots here anymore? Did we use up all the roots? Oh no, there is more roots up there. Okay. Trophies. Swamp trophies. Blood bags. And then we need some wood for the signs. And where is the bones? I have forgotten where everything is. I have to open every chest here. I bet we put it up top. Ta. Okay. So, we have swamp locations, and the number 2 is actually in the mountains now. Just to note that down and not forget. Okay, we're gonna put some wood first here, so we get an even surface on both sides. And then we put the signs. For now, so we have which we have bone mass, and we have Surtling 1 and Surtling 2. I think that is all of the places we have in the swamp. Teldrassil we should write on the other. Did we do that? Nah, we did not. There we go. I think that is how we spelled it. Okay, we have that. Surtling 1 east of number 1 portal, Surtling 2 bone mass swamp. Okay, we know that. That is pretty self-explanatory. And we put more portal shields on the other side here. Because we have to know about the mountain locations too. No, that is not gonna work, but I'm good with that. Gonna remove those stones there eventually, and then everything will be fine. So, for sure we only know that the number 2 portal is in the mountains, and our pocket portal is too. getting a little bit more organized here. That is not bad. Okay, let's repair everything. Huh? What? Oh yeah, I put that in there because there is no room. But we could also move that stuff up there. We have to have a big warehouse somewhere we can put the surplus. But for the moment we have to have a short break here because I do need something to drink. I'm quite parched. So we're gonna stand in front of the bed and have a short little break here.
In meadows fair and bright, don't stay out through the night. New to this world you were brought, whilst warriors' glory you sought. In forest dark and wild, the ore and cores you find. A trader sells you goods for gold, till the wooden head you hold. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. A place to live and thrive, a bed and hearth you built. And should you fall, you will ride it home, and still won't spilt. Through slush and slog you wander, the undead bar your way. With toil and burden banter, you'll find one points your way. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. And frosty mountains, where wolves howl and dwell. A mother rains both sky and land, tears will help you stand. Heated sunburned landscapes, the laughing goblins live. Furry oxen can't escape, and a torn soul.
Okay, now it's better. I'm back.
To the 10th world
We gonna go back to the stream, stop the music, and go sleep. And then it's back to the mountain. There is a little bit more to be explored. We might miss a frost cave there if we don't go look. So we do have a little health left from the day before. We do need to do a little bit of cooking. What's with onions? What's with our field? Let me have a look at our field. What's with the onions? Oh, they are still processing. We have to do some farming first to get them to be ripe onions. It has gotten so cold here. I'm constantly freezing. I hate winter. We've got 10 onions here for safekeeping and 41 seeds, so we're gonna plant that first. And that is why we have no onion soup, so we're gonna go with turnip stew for a little longer. We have to plant onions. That is a little too close. Okay, that was all the onion seeds. Wrong box. That needs to go here, and now we eat. We're gonna cook more turnip stew when we get home. And then I think we're gonna have to move that number 2 portal again. We don't need it there urgently. I don't want to abandon a portal up on that mountain because that mountain is not all that interesting. Gonna pick that up. And we have a snowstorm here, which I do not appreciate because we cannot see what we are doing here in that snowstorm. Also, that is the side we haven't been on, I think. That is the steeper side on this side, going by the height lines. But if there was something interesting down there, we couldn't see it in that snowstorm, so I think we're gonna take that number 2 portal home. And go with... Do we have a box here? No, not anymore. We have to have a box here. That workbench looks a little disheveled. And we have another not so friendly creature there. Can you burn yourself again? That would be nice. Okay, down the way. Want the freeze plants though. Frost arrows. No? Yeah, getting out of there is not so easy. Okay. We're gonna leave those 12 here, pick up 20 more for the portal and go home. I don't want to run around here in that snowstorm. We're gonna have to have a look at... Ah, wait. Did we make the longboat? Yes, we did. So we can recycle that stuff. And we want to have... What if we put that in here too for now? Would not use it immediately. That goes here, and that goes here. We've got a lot of stuff in here. Yeah, this is not gonna be fun. We do have not enough space. So, those 80 can be recycled for item stands. The weather is bad. We're gonna make something happening here for the time. So, 1, 2, 3, and then that is 4, 5, and the number 6 should go up there, but I do need to establish the wooden trim first. Like that. And then one needs to go here. And I want that trim up there. Like that. And on the other side? Oh, we did that already. Okay. Ran out of wood before we could get to this side. And we're gonna put an item stand, but I want it like vertical on top of that here. We need to get up there. Can we do that without a ladder? I don't think, really. I think we have to have a ladder to get up there. Yep. Oh, we can. Cool. Can we probably stand up here? Please. Thank you. There we go. I want that to be here in the middle because that is where the trophy will go, the golem trophy. I should have brought that with me in the first place, and now I have to get back up there again. So, the golem trophy goes up there, and one of the roots trophy goes on that. Wrong one. I want that up here. Yeah. That is not as easy as it looks. And then I want the stone golem trophy up here. Ha! Looking good. Pretty. I like that. Okay. So, that is the first of the trophies, and then we're gonna put a blob. One is enough. We do need to find us another Draugr Elite to hang up in our trophy house, and we have not yet found the Wraith trophy. So let's see. We put the Draugr here, and that one can go there, and that is reserved for the Draugr Elite. And then we have the blob, and we have the Surtling, and then we do need another one for the cultist. Where do we put that? Maybe up there? I can't see much of it. Oh, up there. That is a good thing. The cultist, and then there is the Ulf and the Fen Ring. That is all the trophies we have there. There. That is that. So, and for... Man... I'm so stupid. Can you think of that? I mixed everything up here. So that is stupidness. That is too many. Those need to go in here. Let's do that all over again. So we have a Draugr, and we have the Leech, then that is the Draugr Elite, and then we have Blob, and the Surtling, and then that would be the Wraith. And over here we have way too many. So if that is the cultists, then we have the wolf, the drake, the ulf, and the fen ring. And that is that. So, wolf, drake, cultist, fen ring, and ulf. Those are the trophies that can be found there. And if we are very lucky, that was wrong. Did it again. If we are very lucky, we might get Geierhaffer. But that is questionable, because we would have to find that guy first. So we have to do some little bit of closing up there. There we go. Now we are all set. Okay, that is that. 2 portal houses. Nice. So that goes in here, and then that goes in here. And we're gonna get more silver. Kind of want to have some pavement on this third floor here, I think. Again, it is a little bit too far to reach all the way to here. So give me a little bit of stone and the hoe. Give me a second, I have to delete that peddler from our Twitch chat because we don't like peddlers here. Wrong one. I wanted that, and I want to make that pavement, and the stone cutter is out of reach over there. Oh, it reaches just to here. Okay, we good. We good. Just gonna put a little bit of stone paving on that here. Just to make it look a little nicer here. Like so. And I have to think about what I'm gonna be doing here with that little patch there. We might want to probably raise the ground a bit, but okay. Good. That looks a little bit nicer. I also probably want to plant some more in here. Like something that glows. I'd love to have something that glows there. Where is all that stuff? That. And that. We need the cultivator for that. Just to have that here look a little nice. Can always collect more of that stuff. We want to. Some mushrooms underneath. Here and there. And maybe a little bit more wood so we can have a little bit more greenery going on there. Something that here. Scale that down a little bit. Maybe something like that. I like that the mushrooms are not so visible, but they glow in there. I think that looks good. Gonna leave it like that. Nice, okay. So we used up some of that, but that's okay. We can always get more. That goes back in here. Oh, we wanted to add 20 more wood to that portal there, so we have that at the ready. That is the number 2 in here. How is the coal situation? Not at all. Boom. Yeah, we do have to supplement the stuff we get from the swamp with some coal making ourselves. That is not enough to get all of that smeltered. I wonder if we planted back some trees. I think we're gonna get the cultivator, run to the wood farm and see if we do need to do some more, and take those with us. Need some more planting over there. Not quite sure. It looks like we did some planting. There should be also a box here containing the seeds. Is it here? Yes. There. Mushrooms. Okay. Yeah, we do have some still going on here. We're gonna take that one down. We have time to do that. And I think we have to put some houses around. Some more of those little workbenches we placed here for spawn proving. Just to make sure we don't get them destroyed by any chance, and then we have things spawning in an event close to our home. There we go. Can if those are paired here, come on, and put a workbench, that workbench in a house for safekeeping. I'm gonna do a little more of that until we are done, but I don't want to do it all at once because it's boring. There, that's that. There was something glittering over there. What's that? Oh, more resin. You wouldn't have thought that there is more resin here. Okay. That workbench in there in that forest is a little in danger of being broken. More feathers. One more, and then we call it a night. Go sleep. Make some more coal. Oh boy. I said 1, not 3. Oh well. I can just pick up the loose stuff here and go home. Can do that another day. The logs won't despawn. It's just the loose stuff that will despawn. Okay, we've got more of that and more of that and some feathers, mushrooms. We're gonna take that outside to burn for coal. Should have left that over there, but forgot. Four kilns would support 5 smelters, but I'm a little bit pressed for space here. We might be doing some kind of smeltering lane at some point, but maybe when we live in the plains we will do that. That's a considerable amount of silver already. What does that Frostner cost? Rogerfang. Where is it? 30 and then 15 and 30 again and 45. That's a lot of silver. 30 and 30 is 60 is 100. 115 silver for a Frostner level 4. That is quite a lot of silver. Like, we can afford it, but I'm also considering if we should make the wolf chest, the chest piece, for reasons of being flammable, because if we go into a frost cave, the cultists, they spit fire at you, and I'm not really happy with the root west going in there, because it is making me being vulnerable to fire. So being flammable is probably not the best of options there. Or we are just real careful. But I have been dying to fire in the mountains. Okay, we're gonna have nighttime's rest here. And we have to make turnip stew. Or is our onion harvest ready? And we would make onion soup. No, that is gonna take another hour. Can't wait for that. We're gonna make turnip stew. Did we record everything? I don't know, I can't remember. So let's see. Oh, we do need some more turnips probably too. Where is my meat? There. Turnip stew. I think with 5 we should be good. I keep opening the wrong boxes. Why is that box empty? Oh, because I started putting things in from this side. Okay. This is confusing. Okay, we're good with that. Pick up the silver real quick while our HP goes up. Oh, no silver, just coal. I'm gonna take that with too. Put that in here. The wood goes fast with that smeltering stuff going on. That was that. Now we go have a look and see if we can see something in the mountains or if there is still a snowstorm going on there. The weather seems to be fine. Okay. So let's get all of that. I hope I pick up everything and don't forget anything to be picked up. We've got everything here. Good. And then we're gonna go down this side here and see. Aha, yeah. That is the other side, like I thought. And there is nothing interesting here. There's just some pretty boring plains. We don't actually need to be concerned with. Just gonna clip the little bit here so we have it on the map later. And we're gonna go around here for a while and see what is here. Pick up some of the resources we have used. There is never too much raspberries and blueberries. Also, more Rockies probably. We are lucky. Just want to have that on my map. And take a look over the ocean here if we can see more things. Like we are now on the other side here. That is this here, that part. That is that little bit of plains. I think we are even here because there was plains coast. So I think that over there is around here. And we are here. And there should be a little bit of swamp in that direction. If we are here somewhere, and then that's the direction where the swamp actually goes. I kind of don't want to look at even more swamp. But we're gonna run the coast here, I think, to have that as a waypoint on the map. Cannot make out any big mountains in the distance from here. They are out of view somewhat. And I'm kind of shivering here because it's cold. I'm not concerned about that. There, in this direction, there is a lot of islands going on there. That one, and then there is another one towards the horizon. But no other land beyond that. Out of rendering distance there. Like if we come all around here. There is a troll there. I don't want to fight a troll now. I don't want to fight skellies either. Takes so much time to fight the troll, and I really don't need the troll leather urgently. There is some more black forest over there. And that is the swamp here. Okay. Oh, look at that. There is mountain over yonder. So, and it's not a super tiny mountain either. So I think we're gonna set sail from here, go over to that island to have that on the map, and then follow that coastline to get to that mountain over there. That is out here somewhere. Ooh, that scared me. They come pretty far out of the water, and if you're standing there while the water rises, they will bite you. Okay, we're gonna put our pocket portal up here. And that is our bonfire, and then the sun is... Where is Yggdrasil? Yggdrasil is up there. We are pretty far to the east. So north would be that way, and the sun is in the east. So we could get the boat and get a move on. It's still pretty early. That is my boat. Much more stable to be going with the longboat instead of the carve. It's a little more straight sailing. The carve has the tendency to curve a lot, which doesn't exactly make it easier to sail in a straight line. So we're gonna go over there to see that we get that little bit of land on the map. There is more swamp there too. Just want that to show up on the map, so we have one more landmark we can navigate by. Ooh, that seems to be quite a good mountain there. Could hold a requisite for mother. The wrong wind direction. Gonna be crawling along here now for a bit. After playing Trailblazer for a while, you get used to those dangerously fast boats, and then it feels doubly slow. And you have the normal speed boats, like it's crawling along. Look at all of those Draugr in there, too. It's a sizable swamp there, too. There is iron in there. And that one does not look too shallow either. Like there is more over there too. Just don't want to get too far from that shoreline. Hope to pick it up a little bit, so it will show up on the map. Ooh, look what we found. That is fabulous. We have not had any of the sort. Let me try and put all of that stuff in the hold so we can pickaxe away to our heart's content and get as much as possible from that. That is quite a lot of swamp over there. And there is more beyond that. That looks a little bit like Swamp Central here. Okay, I think this is not the worst position to be harvesting that. Let's cross our fingers that we don't get a fast sinking one here. I wonder if Roland Arthur has already started his snow map endeavor. He said he wanted to play some immersive game, and I really wonder if he already managed to start that or if he's still fighting Linux to get that to work. That's pretty good harvest here. That is really a pretty good harvest. I got 58 from that. Nice. So we put that in the hold and get our portal, and on we sail towards the mountain. That is a decent sized mountain there. Do we want to get in there with the boat? That seems to be black forest like there. Or do we go on a little further? This side does look awfully steep. Let's get over there. Also, I'm not super keen on destroying the boat where there are leeches. That is not a good spiel. Oh, let me drink something. Get thirsty. Maybe not get too close to that one. Could be a day wraith there. Are we in the swamp? Yes, we are in the swamp. Oh, we get a little bit of wind. Yeah, it's gone. I think it's not a bad idea to go exploring a little bit more by sea and see a little bit more landmass. But it would have been nice to have some tailwind. Yeah, that looks good. There is more black forest over there. And this side of the mountain is probably easier to scale than the other one. I do hope there is some frost caves up there, because I do want to have some Fenris armor. And this is slow going business here. Just want to get far enough away from the swamp so I can destroy the boat without getting poisoned by the leeches. Is that plains over there? That looks like it, huh? It's a dangerous place to destroy the boat. Maybe here. If we run that up the... something like that? That could work, huh? Let me try and get my portal down first before we do any noise making here. I don't want to find out that there is a troll nearby that I have not seen while I'm dropping into the water or something stupid like that. That could be working. Muppets, leave my boat in peace. That's my boat. And I have to sail it a little closer, I think. Like the other way. That way. Yes. Get it forward a little bit more. More on the land. Ah, that is good. Game helped. Game helped. In case you wonder why I destroyed a boat and take it home, I don't want to lose the boat because I can't remember where it was, so we're gonna take the boat home and put it in a box until we need it again. $100 nails and 40 of that, and 40 of that, 10 of that. That is the boat. And where did those come from? Did I fail to put them in the box? Probably. That goes here, and then that goes... Where's the eyes? I thought the eyes were here. They are. So stupid. All of that is not my usual sorting. Good. Gonna take another short break here because I need to use the facilities, as one says. I'm gonna be right back with you.
Meadows fair and bright, don't stay out through the night. New to this world you were brought, whilst warriors' glory you sought. In forests dark and wild, the ore and cores you find. A trader sells you goods for gold, until the wooden head you hold. To the 10th world you were taken, cold still spills. Through slush and slog you wander, the undead bar your way. With toil and burden banter, you'll find what points your way. sail as Valkyries you awaken. When wolves howl and dwell, another rains both sky and land. Tears will help you stand. Heated sunburned landscapes, the laughing goblins live. The furry oxen can't escape, and a torn soul rest you give. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail as Valkyries you awaken.
Okay, we back. Let me stop the music and go back to the stream. Let me do that first before we sleep, because I want to see what we have on the map now. Okay, so we are getting further west, and that is the swamp we saw, and that swamp here is pretty large. So we might probably want to see about that. We can start, when we get to the plains, we can start from Haldor's and go here and see what that is about. Okay, that is a good intel, and now we are going to see what's going on there. Oh, it's so cold. Okay, what is with my, I think, a half an hour? We do need another day for those to be ready. 9 minutes. Okay. In the evening, when we come home, we can do some harvesting there. Gonna take some more wood over to the kilns and get that working, because we want to smelter more silver. And then we decide what else weapons we want to make. Tomorrow I will go to the office to work. Usually I do work in home office, but tomorrow we're gonna go and work at the office, because they are planning some renovations and we have to clear out everything from our offices so they can put in new carpet and new furniture and all of that good stuff. They will do that during the holidays in December and hope to be done with it January. So we're gonna see how that turns out. We have forgotten to eat before we went to that endeavor. Okay, let's do some quick eating here. Always open the lower box, which is stupid. Maybe I should switch things around a little bit there. Okay. Maybe we're gonna run around and see if there is truly plains on the other side, where I thought I saw some when we came with the boat here. So gonna see about that. Oh, there was something in the hull of that boat still that we forgot to take to... Yeah, of course. Stupid. Well, it's okay. We've got it now. Yeah, that is plains over there, which is interesting to know. Let's go and see for us a little bit. So yes, there is plains here. And we're gonna go that way. There is something dying here that we probably want to pick up, because that sounded an awful lot like some leather scraps falling to the ground. We cannot even pick it up because we are so full with all of that jazz. Ah, that's a lot of stuff going on here. And more skellies up there. Let me put the portal up here for a second and get that stuff home before we go on. Because we can't carry anything with all of that in our pockets. And I kind of want to have... Yeah, I cannot even look at that. Let's put that and that and that, that and that in that box. That's our bonfire. What's going on here? Even more stuff going on. So many things. Okay. What are you all doing here? Cannot even hit that guy. Okay. All is good. I'm just gonna drop that on the living room floor for a second. We're gonna get that when we come home. Dum 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 dum. Dum. Here we go. So, towards the mountain. Good thing we don't need the frost meat anymore, because we have equipment now that will keep us from freezing to death. I think we might have a good view from above. It's a quite high mountain. Could probably see more of the lay of the land here. And if we wanted more silver, I think that is plenty high enough to get more. I hear the rumbling of another... Yeah, of course. Like, aren't those supposed to be scares? I mean, I don't complain about the glass, but it would be better if that thing dropped me a trophy. Is there some interesting stuff in here? Yes, frost arrows, we take that. There is probably interesting stuff in there too, but I'm gonna shoot those first here, because we don't have to melee them. That's better for our health. Look at that, I can't even pick that stuff up. We don't need the stones. We do need that more urgently. I can hear more wolves. There's a box down there. What's here? That is cool. Chew. Yeah, well. Oops. Another wolf. It's much easier when you get them before they get you, but sometimes that is easier said than done. There is a building up there that could contain a mother rune. Potentially. Getting up there is gonna be a chore. Yes! Look at that! We've got... we gotta put up a portal here. We've got a mother rune, and we've got one of the wooden weapons, which I really like. And some money. Okay, let's have that fingers off the mouse. Let's see where that turns us to. That direction. We gonna turn our build piece in that direction. That one. That is that direction, and we gonna place that right outside here. So we have that. Gonna be jumping up and down and over. But I do want to see what we have there. I need that wood. Let's put the frost arrows in here. We don't need it for now. Let me see what we've got there. So, we came up that mountain from this side, and we are here now. And that thing, we need to know where north is, not just where that mother rune is. So we're gonna do that. North is that way. That way is north. So that points pretty north, and then that is southeast, southeast, south, south, southeast more. Like that is north, that direction. Okay. We are here and we are going for southeast, so that is like that direction. Okay. I think I got it. I think I want to get up on the mountain peak and see what's beyond. Another one of those. Don't need to. There is... Okay. That is not on this mountain because it goes beyond that here, I think. Yeah. That goes beyond that mountain, I think. What it does. Okay, where did we pick up the freeze glands from that other guy? Not quite sure. Probably, no, we didn't. Where did those go? Well, of course, there is another one of those. Why would not there be another one of those? Do we fight that one? Do we ignore it? Kinda don't want to fight one again. Can always come back to fight it. Is that a frost cave? Ow, that will hurt. No, it didn't. No, it isn't. It looked like one, but it isn't. I think that the mother rune pointed us like in that direction beyond that. I hear wolves yapping somewhere. Cannot make out anything because it's out of rendering distance, but there is some swamp down there. Who would have thought that there is so much swamp? Is that a frost cave there? That down there looks an awful lot like a frost cave. How do I get down there without breaking my neck? Oops. More things. Okay, it's gonna get late. We're gonna put up our workbench here and our marker that points in that direction. Furniture. Portal. Put that in here and take that with me. There we go. Gonna have a good night's rest. Harvest some onions. Make some more food. Put away all of that stuff here. That, and then no ice, but we've got that, and that, and that. And then some seeds, onion seeds, ice, some stones, and we've got that, which is pretty cool because we can make the abyssal razor or the harpoon. I think we're gonna go for the harpoon there. Some money. Some Drake trophies. I think we can install some glass windows in here. Because we've got a lot of that stuff. Making it feel a little more cozy in here with some windows. How do we make that work? Snap bottom, okay. And then here too. There, windows. How cool. And bones. And then that cleaver thingy. Do we have a box for that stuff? I don't think. We have. There we go. Okay, that was all of that. And we see what we have on the map. And that is the last 30 of that run. Maybe we need to get another silver vein. We're gonna bring the Wishbone and see if we can find another one. Because we have quite some already, but like that is the Frostner, and then then that is gone, and then that's only 90 left here. What is the Drogafang requires 20, then 10, and 20 again, and then 30 for the fourth level, so that's expensive. And the silver shield, 8, then 4, then 8, then 16. So that is not that expensive. Yeah. That is about what I need from here. Who's talking? Better to fight and fail than to live without hope. Yes, you're right. And yeah, we want to kill a lot more wolves because we want to make the Fenris armor. Need to be doing some wolf killing here. Okay, we can go for one more day before we have to stop the stream because of me having to go to bed. So we're gonna harvest the onions, bring in the silver, look at the map. Huh! From here we ran in a pretty straight line. And I was right. I'm here and I said it pointed there. So I think Mother is gonna be wherever. Here in this trajectory here. We have to find a second Mother Wegweiser to get a second trajectory and see where those two lines will meet, so we can figure out a little better in what place we might want to search for her. Now we got some onions. I think we have to make wolf skewer. I think we are out of wolf skewer. And we are running low on all the other food too. So for the wolf skewer we need that and the wolf meat. That is quite not a lot of wolf meat there. Gonna have some more sausages. And some onion soup. Let's make another batch of sausages just for good measure. So onions, and that goes back. We have to pick up some more thistles, and we have to probably pick up some more raspberries. Might want to make probably also some more healing mead. Let's go for that. Let's maybe wait a second longer for our HP to go up. Don't want to go to the mountain only to find out that we have wolves right beyond the portal. So there. Okay. Can I get through here, please? Thank you. Okay, let me see. Turn that slightly. We got a plenty. We can leave that here. So yeah, this is pointing along that line. I think we're gonna go in there and try to be extremely careful not to get burned to death. It's kind of, you know, a little bit of a waste to make the wolf chest if you don't think you're gonna use it anyways. So maybe we not make that. Maybe we hope for the best in here and do the best we can. Where is that wolf? I don't want to come out here to a broken portal. Okay, it seems to be far enough away. Let's see, what do we find in here? Probably a lot of leather scraps cause of the bats. Elves. 3 of them, that is a little risky. No trophy though. Okay, there is our first door. Those bats are such a nuisance. There's another door there. Nothing here. There's another door there. Probably something more over there. It's nothing here. And there is a way up here. Interesting. Nuisance. Okay, that is nothing. Just a waste of time. Nothing interesting here. Okay, we've got two doors down here. Of that howling. And that is nothing either. Okay. So we've got one door on this side. We're gonna put the sledgehammer on the number 7. So we have that thing on the ready. Those cultists are super scary. That is nothing at all here. Just a lot of entrails. Okay. That was the first door. And where was the second one? Here. There is gonna be a lot more. Ooh, look at that. We've got at least 2 cultists in there. Damn it. I messed that up because Let me get a little bit more up here. Because their reach with that fire is pretty far. At least I hit that one. Now it would be absolutely fabulous if the game would please give me a trophy. Oh, there's another one. I did not see that one. Getting a little reckless here. Yes, we got the trophy! The frickin'! That is fabulous! And there is another cultist here we don't want to get grilled by. So you both stare up at me now. Good thing that bats don't do a lot of damage, only a little bit. So third cultist. I'm really super cautious here because of the getting roasted in the root harness that is flammable. That is something I might not want to be doing. That bat is getting annoying. We're gonna try and get that killed. Come here, you stupid thing. There. Okay, now let's see what else is here. Hopefully that was the last cultist on this side. We have to have that door open to the other side, I think. We can see better what we are doing here. Okay, there is no cultist here anymore, which is reassuring. There could be more over there. Let's check for more elves first. That one did survive the shot. The good thing really is you can see the eyes glowing. And that helps a lot with getting them before they get you. Okay, we've got a lot of bones here. We don't want. That is the end here. Cool. I think we saw everything here. There is not more. Yeah, that is that. And there is nothing more here. Okay, we are safe now. Gonna collect all the stuff. Hey. How much hair from this year? 21. That is not the worst. So that is the downstairs here, and then we have not really looked everything up on the upstairs. Just came down here. More bats. Okay. Come here, you stupid nuisance. Okay. So there seems to be something on this side. Just a box. Well, tell you what, we're gonna take the obsidian and leave the entrails. Don't have to have so many entrails. And that was the whole of that frost cave. No, there is another door here. We are a little low on the health side here. But that looks like we got more cultists here eventually. Of course we do. Ooh, Biddy, he saw me. But maybe he cannot cross over here. So if we stay out of reach of his fire, we don't get roasted. Boom. Okay. Was that the only one? does look like it was the only one here. Fine. That is better. More of that for us. I would love to have a second one to hang in the portal house. But if we only can get the one, gonna have the hood. So that is 40. Satisfied with that. Now we go home. And we go and end the stream here because it is nearly 9 o'clock in the evening. Of course, something killed my workbench here. Why wouldn't it? Building, crafting, workbench, there we go. Let's get home here. Okay, that was successful. We found another mountain, found a frost cave, found a wegweiser for modder. Very helpful. Got some more stuff here. Where do we put all of that now? We can put that in here. Ooh, that is a lot of necklaces we found. That can go in with that. Some monies and the all-important cultist trophy. Very good. I'm satisfied with that. That was not the worst session we had. I hope you did enjoy it as well. Gonna have another look at our map here. If you did enjoy it, please leave it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you want to come back so you can get easier access to my channel. Hit the bell if you want to get notifications when I go live next time, which will be on Friday probably. Oh, we are pretty far out here. That is that frost cave is here, and then we see the sliver of forest here. I wonder, we sailed here, saw that little nook here, and then went on. Maybe is that connected here? I don't know. I don't think, because we saw the end of that here. Well, nevertheless, in the next episode we are going to be exploring the remaining part of that mountain range here, and then I think we're gonna follow that line and try to go here-ish and see if we can find another mountain and another mother rune. And with that, we're gonna save that game here and quit. And I'm gonna be ending the stream here. And thank you all for watching, and I hope you come back. And we are going to be back with new shenanigans in the 10th world real soon. Bye!